What's up, everybody? It is June 28th, 2021, and it is Eric Crawford. And you know what time it is. It's story time. As y'all can see, man, I got the shirt on. I didn't just bought this on eBay or Amazon. I did work at Footlocker. And this is really not a bashing video, so I don't want you guys to know that. More to inform you, I guess, if y'all want to know what the process is like, how to get hired at Footlocker, what it entitles, and some things that go along with it. So, quick story about me. I got hired into Footlocker last year, June 5th, 2020. I got a call right after 4th of July. Or did I say June? July. So, right after 4th of July, I got a call, and they were just like, you know, my store manager, I'm not going to say his name, he was like, blah, 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 this is so-and-so, we looked over your resume, we'd really like to have you, you're a good fit. July 6th, because he's like, come in the very next day. I'm like, okay, perfect. So he was like, we did, went in the store. We were just talking mostly about the hiring process is mostly about just why do you think you'd be a good fit? What are your strengths? Do you like sports? What's your favorite shoe? How long have you known about shoes? Tell us like your intelligence about sneakers and, you know, sports apparel and stuff like that, and t-shirts, all that. And you're just honest with them. Even if you don't know a lot about shoes, it's a really good job to get into because you can learn on the way, and it has a pretty cool discount, which I will get into that. The discount is 30%. Every once in a while, you would have 50% off. I don't know if they're going to get rid of that or they discontinued it, because it's supposed to be like every 3 to 4 months. So I haven't had one in a while. I actually just put in my 2 weeks notice 2 weeks ago. My last day was last Saturday. So there's that. After the interview, it was pretty much just like, okay, well, we'll give you a call to see if you were a good fit. But it sounded promising, so, you know, I'm nervous. It was either later that day or the very next day that I was told that I got the job, and, you know, you accept it online if you want it or not. And then when I did that, I called them or they called me. I don't remember that part that well. And they were like, you know, your very first day is blah, blah, blah. I do remember my first day was July 9th. And that's where I got my little jersey. I wanted to keep this because I'm funny like that. It's a cool memory because, you know, I got to work at Footlocker. I'm 26, if some of you don't know. And I probably wanted to work in a sneaker store since I was about 17 years old. Tried for numerous finish lines and stuff like that when I lived out in Florida. That was pretty much the closest one. And then as soon as I came here, I, you know, tried for the Footlocker, and I was very grateful that I could be in there. I did work at Footlocker for 1 year, which was cool because that reference got me into my new job, which I'm very grateful to be at that one right now. The pros, because there's always pros and cons with any job. I guess you would say the pros is the 30% discount. The pros are most of the employees, in my opinion, no matter where you're at, they're going to be like near your age group, between like 16, I think that's the youngest you can get in, all the way to like 25, 30 maybe. So they're going to be very laid back, chill. You're going to talk about a lot of sports. You do get to talk to your employees, but you got to be mindful that you're not ignoring the customers because you have to attend to them like that's what you signed up for. There is opportunity to grow. It's just going to take a while, and you're really going to have to know your shoe stuff. You can't be calling out. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing that. Another pro is if you do get sick, at least for my location, it was like they were understanding. I never really got in trouble, or it wasn't like this process of like, what are you doing? Like, you know, it happens. Some jobs are funny like that. You need like a mental health day or you're sick and they just freak out. Another pro is you will meet a lot of, I would say, future anything in your life. It could be a future customer that turns into a friend, a girlfriend, future boss. Like, you meet a lot of people here, so there's so much marketing in there you don't realize it's not just with shoes. For some of the cons, the hours are kind of unpredictable. For me, it wasn't so bad because I'm not trying to be egotistical or toot my own horn. I'm a really hard worker, and I always took like people's shifts that didn't want to show up, which is another con. You probably will have a couple of employees that will be lazy and not want to go, and you might have to pick up the slack because, as anybody knows, if you had a job, if just the job doesn't get done itself and someone's being lazy, they're not just going to look at them, they're going to look at you too. So that's a con. Another con is crazy and angry customers. I guess it's with any retail sector, but some of the customers in there were just really nasty at times. Some customers were amazing, but a lot of nasty customers, they'll ask crazy questions, so just be prepared to know what you're gonna say. Do you guys have white Air Force Ones? Do you guys have white Air Force Ones? And do you guys have white Air Force Ones? Do you guys have the newest Jordan out? Probably not, because it's done by a raffle. Do you guys have Bred 11s? Probably not, because if that had happened, we'd be a consignment shop, and we're not. I guess another con would be the money's not that amazing, but if it's like your first job, or if you're trying to get in that sector to move up with the levels, that would be a really good reason to get into that field. But I mean, it is what it is. A lot of retail jobs don't pay that much unless you do like like high up department, like Targets, Walmarts, Amazon, all very well paying jobs, which can turn into careers. Foot Locker, like I said, it can be a career. It's just going to take a while, but like I said, if y'all want to get your foot in the door, y'all want to work, y'all just want to make a little bit of money, y'all want that discount, y'all can do that. Also another pro, like I said, man, y'all will get the releases. Y'all get to see them first. You get to go in the back and look at them and put your name on them, so you can, potentially get them. It's about like every 12 pairs, 2 employees get them. At least that's how we did it. So I got a lot of releases. When I was there, I picked up the Red Flint 13s. I picked up the University Gold 12s. I picked up the Concord 12s. I picked up the Fire Red 4s. I missed out on the Jubilees. Back then, I mean, the money situation was pretty bad, as it still is. So there was none of that. What else did I pick up? Our location didn't get any dunks, or I would have hopped on that. Picked up like some pluses, some Prestos and stuff like that, like with the discount, so those were all pretty cool. That's about it. We didn't get any retro ones, unfortunately, at our location, because it was relatively small in the Michigan area. It wasn't that big. And just to disclose, I'm not going to give the name of the place that I was at, but it was in Michigan, so y'all can figure it out. I kind of lowered it to about like 50, 60 Foot Lockers, I think. So, anyway, man, hopefully that helps some of y'all. Like I said, if you want to do the interview, just go online, fill out the application, go in there and talk to them and show them that you're very hungry to work in the job. Show them your face, talk to them so they can associate the name with the face, and that'll help them with the hiring process. Go in there, do your job, don't call out. Change your availability if you're going to start just not show, because you're just going to mess up people like me. Like, I used to hate, like, I'm a hard worker, but I don't want to have to do my job and your job. So like I said, y'all, have a blessed one. Go work at Foot Locker if you want it. I am unfortunately no longer there, so no, I cannot hold any shoes for you. Anyway, man, y'all have a blessed one. I love y'all. Like, subscribe, comment, and show this to a friend who potentially wants to work at Foot Locker. Anyway, man, y'all have a blessed one, and I'm out.